Gmail gets end-to-end encryption, but not really. On Tuesday, Google announced that end-to-end encrypted messages were coming to Gmail for business users. By definition, end-to-end encryption means Alice can send a message to Bob with the encryption and decryption happening on their end user devices. No one else should be able to decrypt the communications, even if the communications are routed through their systems, Google's in this case. But that is not the case with Google's implementation. If Bob's organization is using Gmail, then the organization manages Bob's encryption keys, so administrators with access to the keys can snoop on the communications at any time. That's okay, I see. That's probably a good thing as far as organizations are concerned. Needed that little caveat there on the end. But users should be aware that their messages are not private. And I think that's a fair statement.
I mean, here's a question for you. Do the users of corporate provided communications platforms think
I'm going to let you finish.
That their communications are private?
Absolutely.
Really?
100%.
I said that like I couldn't believe it, but I do know that. We've done some investigations in the past where, thankfully, messages were sent that were very helpful in exonerating the company.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots.
But I'm going to ask again. Really? Would someone really be on like their corporate chat thinking?
You know what? I'll say for people that think they're like in the know on this as well, something that I'll point out that people still, even people that think they're in the know on this, sometimes find surprising is like in Slack or Teams, you can message yourself. That's still on the company program.
Well, yeah. People think, wow, this is crazy. I 100% expect my communication to be private within my organization, only be viewable by the individuals that they are addressed to.
No.
Why would you expect that?
I gotta go delete some files.
Like,
Smarten up. And it, like, you know, you might be at an organization where you feel like you can trust the administrators to a certain degree and blah, 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 bitty bloop. But that doesn't change the fact that it could be looked into, right? Like we did something, I don't even remember what it was. Dan might remember. We did something security-wise not that long ago where we could see more activity of users on the network here at work. Was that Ninja, Dan?
I believe it was Ninja, and it was quite draconian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
we started seeing the things that we could do and sent out a company-wide notice informing people that these things were possible, but we didn't have the intent of doing them. But we, despite not having the intent of doing them, we wanted to inform everyone that they were possible.
Right.
To kind of wake people up to the idea of like, this isn't your device.
Unique username
This isn't your network.
Unique username says, at Linus, I imagine there are some legal exceptions, but you know
what?
Why? What? Like, no. It's black and white, right? If there is some legal reason that the company might need to access your communications, say for example, if you were terminated and maliciously refused to give up information that the company needed to continue to operate. Like there was that thing recently where Buddy sabotaged the systems before he left a company or something like that.
It's happened a few times. Yeah, the kill switch one, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point is there could be some reason that the company could need to go into your communications and have a valid reason for needing to access it. So they can. That's it. It's black and white. If there is any reason why they would need to be able to access it at all, and they are able to for any reason, then they are able to. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying if that's right. I'm not saying if that's reasonable. I'm saying that that is. And that's what it is. So it's something that you should definitely be aware of.
Stop using your corporate stuff for things that are private matters.
I 100% use my corporate email for everything.
And your
But
corporate
you own the
computer.
company.
Yeah, that's a little different.
I do too.
I
but
own the
you're not gonna
company.
fire me.
But we'll have receipts, Luke.
And if I do, we're gonna put it out, boys.
Cover your ears, Dad.
I'm already deaf now. It's fine.